It's How Finance Jasmine. What would you do if your child spent 8K on your credit card? The Breakfast Club. Subscribe, comment, like. Yeah.
Wake that ass up early in the morning. The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlemagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Now, if you're just joining us, I was telling you about what we seen online. Now, this young lady named Renee, she said, y'all tell me why my 10-year-old daughter stole my credit card and racked up 8 stacks at Sephora. What can I do? Sue Sephora, help me, y'all.
Oh, so if y'all don't know what's been going on in the world right now on social media going viral, it's Sephora Kids, which is a bunch of teenage girls, probably younger than that, like 8, 9, 10, whatever, going into Sephora and messing up everything. They're buying Drunk Elephant, whatever, and they're spending all the money on products that they don't even need, most of them. And I guess this is what happened in result. Yeah.
She say Sue Sephora. The first person you need to be thinking about is how you gonna discipline your 10-year-old child. Okay, what is Sephora got to do with your child making the poor choice to run up that $10,000 on your credit card?
I guess she said that because maybe, don't you have to get certain, go through certain processes to use a credit card, but not over the phone. But first thing I would do, I would return everything to Sephora.
Was it over the phone or online, though?
Yeah, well, yeah.
It probably was just...
It doesn't matter if it was on the phone or online. They spent 8K at Sephora on what? On what? A child? What do you need Sephora for, bro? If you're 8, come on. On Sephora, you're a kid. You don't need to be wearing makeup in the first place. That's a problem. Whatever they bought, what?
Online.
If it's online, there's no way of doing it.
Yeah, she probably just ordered a bunch of stuff and then charged the card. That's probably what happened.
Well, the first thing you do is return it all. I would have to return that all. But imagine if you get home and your daughter opened it all up and you can't return it.
That's probably what happened. Listen, it's very hard to discipline your kids nowadays because we all grew up off getting beat. If you was born in the 1900s like I was, 1978, you done got beat with extension cords. You had to go pick your own switch. You got belts. You got backhanded in the mouth. It was all...
But also, he's talking about a different demographic. I'm pretty sure the girl that charged 8K on the credit card was not black. I would hope. But if we're talking about spankings, extension cords, etc., most of that has to do with black children. And most of these Sephora little girls are white kids. Just to point that out. Now. If we're bringing demographics into this and disciplinary action. But yeah. But now we have gentle parenting. Now it's okay. No. I'm sorry. No, that's not flying.
It's a physical discipline that was administered to you. Nowadays, I don't beat my kids. You know what I'm saying? I've never beaten my kids. I think I beat I spanked my oldest daughter twice in her life. You know what I mean? Because I didn't know any better. If you grew up off getting beat, you tend to mimic that behavior, or you tend to do what I'm doing, which is I refuse to beat my kids. But I'm not a gentle parent either. So how do you discipline your child?
You make them get a job. Okay, if you're 8, oh, well, come home, do that homework, chores, cut the grass. There's always some work that need to be done around the house. They're grown enough to spend money on Sephora, on makeup. They're grown enough to clean the house constantly, scrub everything. Write a paper on why you don't do that. 800 words. Handwritten. Not even on the computer. No Siri, no nothing. That's what I had to do. I didn't charge nobody card, but whenever I got punished, one time I had to write a paper on why I wouldn't do it. What else? There's lots of disciplinary action that doesn't require spanking, but there has to be some type of tough love too, y'all.
You run up $10,000 on a credit card.
Well, first I think it starts off of young, your kids learning a little responsibility. I don't think my kids would do that because they would know it would be a problem. But second of all, I mean, what can you do? Like you said, at this point, you cannot beat your child. And if you do beat your children, when they go to school, you're going to get in trouble. So, I guess I'm thinking about if that happened, what would happen?
And
I mean, you got to pull away everything that they like and enjoy, right? Their phones, their televisions, their iPads. You got to pull all that away, right?
You got to. You got to take away their tablets, their
gotta take that.
iPads, no video games, no YouTube, no TV. You got to do all of that. But then what?
But see, then if
Because you're trying to not teach them to steal. Like what? An 8-year-old stealing 8K? Yo, like what? Man.
the sport or cheer or dance, you got to
that's
pull.
done.
You got to pull that away, even though that hurts you because I love
that's done.
seeing my kids do that. But you got to pull that back.
No, that's done.
You got to take that away.
Done. That's done. That's done. And the reason you got to treat it like that because especially if they do like my daughter does cheer, but she don't do it for a school. It's competitive cheerleading. She's part of a gym.
Yep.
What I try to explain to her is if you were in school and these things happen, the school would discipline you by taking you off the team.
And not only that, but when you're an adult and you do these things, imagine me charging 8K. It doesn't matter if it's my mom or my dad or a stranger. They can legally charge me because it wasn't my money and it was somebody else's card and it was theft. And in the real world, they would just lock you up. So that's what I'm saying. We can't just gentle parent everything because the police is going to handle it differently if we don't handle it now and when they get older.
If your grades were low, the school would take you off. If you got into a situation like this where you got in trouble for running up something on a credit card, that would be some type of disciplinary action is what I'm saying. The school would intervene.
That's true, but the sad thing about it is when you're on a competitive team is your daughter matters. They create cheers around your daughter, like if he plays a sport.
So?
Character matters. Good character matters. You care about a sport, them being on a team, then their character. I think the priority is messed up here, Envy.
I mean, it hurts the team.
So, but that's how you teach her discipline. You got to let her know that her choices directly impact what happens in her life. So if you
and her choices direct other people, affect other people, right? If your team needs you and you make bad decisions where you can't help your team, not only are you hurting yourself, but you're hurting the people around you. That teaches her that, dang, not only is this action hurting the person directly, but it's hurting other people that are counting on me because I won't be present if I get locked up or I get kicked off the team or etc.
make poor choices, then this is what's going to happen. That's a great lesson to learn early.
And then,
it actually gives them more responsibility.
And then see what we also I always like to do is I would make them, read a book. I would make them.
Well, that
read,
shouldn't be a punishment.
It is what it is. You make them read numerous things, and then you make them do some type of writing on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, reading and writing shouldn't be a punishment.
Nah, it is.
They should enjoy
Kids don't
reading
like
and
to do
writing.
that.
My kids love to read.
They're writing reports on everything they read.
They may not be writing reports, but they love to read.
Yeah, my kids too, but I'm going to make them write a report.
That's because they watch me and their mom read all the time. So reading is a pastime for them.
But I'm going to make them write a report because reports ain't fun. And you can't chat GPT it. But let's go to the phone lines. Hello, who's this?
Hey, yo.
What's your name, bro?
MB. MB.
Yo.
Hey, good morning, my brother. Hey, good morning, Charlamagne. Good morning, Breakfast Club.
Morning,
Peace,
brother.
Hey, this is Santos, man. In reference to what you're talking about, hey, I'm with Charlamagne, bro. I was born in the 80s, and I'm Dominican. So, over there, they used to whoop our asses. Oh, my bad. They used to whoop our butt, you know what I'm saying? So, I was telling the guy, I got a 15-year-old and I got an 8-year-old. And my 15-year-old, I'm 6'3", he's 6'4", and that kid know not to tattoo. You know what I'm saying?
And if you got two young kids, they're both going to react on how you discipline that child, right? If you let an 18, 15-year-old steal and not do anything and that 8-year-old sees that you don't do anything, then they're going to follow in their footsteps and think, oh, this is okay.
Do in that situation.
So what are you saying, sir?
What are you going to do in that situation?
I don't have to do anything because guess what? My kid would not put me in that situation. I would kill him.
Oh.
Straight up.
Okay, well.
All right, well.
Maybe the threat of violence works. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
But that's true, though. There's been times where my mom didn't have to do anything, and I didn't do anything off of the fear of my parents and my people. You know, sometimes when your word is bond, all you gotta do is say something to your kid, and they won't do it, and it's true.
We got Will on the line. Will, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. How y'all doing?
What's
Peace,
up, Will?
Will.
So let's say your daughter stole your credit card, or your son stole your credit card and swiped $8,000. What you doing?
Oh man, I still believe in hard parenting. If that were to happen to me, honestly, I will whoop their butt, and I will whoop their butt that they will remember that, man. Because 8 stacks, come on. First thing first, how you got my credit card?
Yes, that's right.
Exactly. They went through a process. They went to step by step by step. They stole the card. They got the card. They went to the computer, or they went to Sephora. How did they go into Sephora? I don't know. They got on computer. They entered your card information in. They entered the address in. And it says, would you still like to proceed? And they clicked yes. If they went to the store, they put their card in, they had to enter in the PIN, or, once the cashier told them the total, they could have just stopped. They went through a process of theft and stealing. And an 8-year-old now, not 18, not 20, an 8-year-old.
Like that, you shouldn't be going through another person's wallet. I learned that at a young age. You don't touch another man's or another woman's wallet whatsoever, even if it's your kids. You can't do that. That is disrespectful. So the fact that my kid will do that, I will whoop their back, and they will remember that to the end of their life, man, because that is unbelievable,
It could have been, they didn't have to steal a credit card. They could have had your credit card in the Apple Pay because maybe they bought Roblox or maybe they, you.
It don't matter. He making excuses, but I understand he's trying to keep the conversation going.
Just in case something happened, and they just started hitting the side button, and all of a sudden, 8,000.
But that's the thing. A lot of parents, they like to buy their 10-year-olds, 7-year-olds smartphones. Buy them a flip phone. Buy them a bummer phone. Why are you buying a kid that's not even in high school a smartphone? I didn't get my first iPhone until I hit, high school, man.
Bro, I didn't get my first phone until I was in middle school. And even then, it was a slide-up phone. It was cute, though.
It was probably 16 when I got my first iPhone.
Bro, how old are you?
Before that, it was, right now I'm 24.
Okay.
And I got 3 kids. My oldest one is 4 years old, and every day when I get home from work, she's like, "Oh, you was working today, Dad?" I was like, "Yeah." You make money to buy games on my tablet? I'm like, "Listen, baby, we can't buy games on your tablet. The money I make is to pay these bills. You see this house, you see those shoes, you see those clothes that you got on, all that food? That's the money that I make to do all that, not to buy games."
And honestly, yeah, what if this is rent? What if this is rent money, y'all? For real. How do you recover from that? This is a big, crazy thing. I don't think DJ Envy is realizing how big this is.
My kids, they got a Fire tablet, the Amazon Fire tablet. It doesn't allow them to buy anything. That is just, the games that are there are free, and that's it.
Okay. Oops, my bad.
Oh, listen, what I'm realizing that a lot of y'all still putting foot to ass out here when it comes to your children.
That's what it sounds like. That's exactly what it sounds like.
I didn't know y'all was still putting foot to ass to your kids like that.
That's what it sounds like. 800-585-1051. Your daughter or son take your credit card, spend $8,000 on your credit card. How are you disciplining your child? Let's discuss this. The Breakfast Club. Good morning. We are the Breakfast Club. We're asking, if your child takes your credit card and spends $8,000, how are you going to discipline your child? Hello, who's this?
Hey, this is Robert calling out of Charleston, South Carolina.
843, what's happening?
Hey, what's going on, man? I just want to call on that topic. Big fan of your show, but if I have to make a payment on every time that you did that, oh, you're getting a butt whooping. Every time I pay now, butt whooping.
Damn.
Okay.
So listen, I'm the only parent that don't be beating their kids.
I don't beat my kids.
Yeah. What the
I don't
hell?
beat my kids. Hello, who's this?
This is Dominique.
Hey, Dominique. Good morning.
Good morning.
Now, if your child takes your credit card, spends 8 stacks, what you doing? How you discipline him?
Okay. My son did that to me, but it was only $20, and I had flipped. So that much, I'll be like, well, you don't spend the money that I got to take care of you. So I'm taking everything out of the room. I'm putting an air mattress in there. This is what happens when you spend all your money.
Good. It don't matter the amount. That's not the point. It's the principle. It doesn't matter if they took 20, 10 cents. That was not for you to take. It was not your money.
So you're gonna have an air mattress. Everything's coming out the room until you get your learn your lesson.
Oh,
That's the only way to do it.
So you gonna let them feel how it feels to be broke.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
okay.
broke right now.
Okay, I get it.
Life saving.
Yeah, I think with the kids sometimes I think it's the feeling and making a movie of it. I know I had a problem with Logan when Logan was younger, and I took his PS4 outside and I ran over it with the truck. But it was just it was just the feelings that he could actually see it and know that we're not playing. And it worked.
They gotta learn for themselves. Because it's like disciplining them. Like at this point, disciplining them. Sometimes they just be like, okay, then they be right back doing it. You gotta show them something for real. So that's why I said take everything out of that room. Now you broke.
Yep.
And however long you want to take it, a couple of months, however long you want to take it as a parent, then that's gonna be. I'm telling you, they're gonna learn their lesson. They're gonna understand then.
But Dominique, I need help, man. I got a 2-year-old that she don't be listening to me. I ain't gonna front. This 2-year-old, this is my last child. The first 5 all good. This last one,
I guess
she be laughing at me.
I got 6. My oldest 2 is 18 and my youngest is 8. So
This last one, boy, she on my ass, man. No, she don't listen. She do what she want to do. If you yell at her, she laugh at you. Lil Pepe, Pepe running the family. I just want to let y'all know. Hello, who's this?
This Kitty.
Hey, Miss Kitty. Good morning.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing well. Now, your child steals your credit card and spends 8 stacks. How you disciplining your child?
Well, we actually had a situation similar. My 9-year-old son stole my grandmother's credit card, and he spent $300 on Robux.
$350?
Robux is them kids love Robux. They be buying skins and all types of stuff that I be like, how the hell? Why does?
It's like you gotta teach your old child to ask first. Because listen, you would have gotten it if you had asked me, or I would have maybe set up an allowance to where if you do chores around the house, you get money and use that money to buy what you want. But you're not just gonna steal from me, like.
Even matter in a fake world. But go ahead.
Now, how did y'all discipline your child for that?
We pretty much made him feel bad about it, talked to him about it. We called the bank, and the bank actually issued the money back. But we did, teach him life lessons.
What bank they at? What bank you know?
You can't be doing that. I actually was going to call the YDC and enter him in a program, Beyond Scared Straight, because I'm like, you don't mess with people's grandma. That's my grandma.
That's right. You should have told him, say, Grandma going to die now. Grandma can't afford her medicine. Grandma can't afford her insulin because of you.
No, don't do that.
But it's true, though. You don't know what people be going through when you spending the money. Like, that could have been mama's last rent money. That could have been money to pay the car note. Now you ain't got no car. Like, that could have been grocery money. Now you ain't got no food. Like, internet cut off now. Like, you don't know what you spending. The kids just spending the money. They don't even know, like, the value. And that kid doesn't know the value of money. And you can tell if they spent $8K on Sephora. They'd even spend, like, $10, $20, which is still stealing. And that's not the principle. That's not the point. But, like, if you're a kid spending that much money and you don't have like no type of discernment of or value of money to where you can just spend whatever on top of stealing, it's like, man, we got to teach this kid the value of money because they don't know. Listen, I'm going to find them a job. I'm going to find them a job somewhere, whether it's at church, community service every weekend, after school, every day. Listen, They gonna work to pay that AK off.
Grandma really died, and that's all him for the rest of his life.
Well, what if grandma really couldn't afford the insulin because of that $350 that was on that credit card?
Yeah.
And you got to just teach them about hard luck. You don't steal from no old people, man. You don't steal from nobody, but you really don't steal from your grandma.
Right. People will beat you up by messing with their grandma.
So true though. You could be stealing from the wrong person, y'all. Like for real. That y'all need to know. Listen, you might be stealing from somebody that might come back and kill you. That might do something to you. Listen, people don't play about their money for real, especially in times like this. And don't assume that AK means that parent was rich for real, because you don't know. That could be money they were saving for an emergency. That could have been. We don't know. Thank you for watching. How fun is Jasmine? On to the next video. Like and subscribe, comment. I love you. Bye.